favorite topic of everybody. Let's kind of cover that one real quick. Social Security benefit, it was started back in 1935. It was started because 50% of our seniors were in poverty. So they put the Social Security system together, and at that time, there were 160 workers paying for one retiree. Made a lot of sense, right? Today, do you know how many workers are paying for one retiree? 3. We have 3 workers paying for one retiree. There's a trust fund for Social Security that was set up. The numbers keep changing, but that trust fund, last time I looked, was supposed to run out in 2031.
Okay.
So Social Security, it's there. We've put into it for many years. I truly believe it'll hang around. They'll figure out how to make it work, but it'll change. You know, way back in the day, you could retire at 65 and get what they call your full retirement benefit. Not anymore. Now, it's if you're born after 1960 or after, it's 67. I imagine for my kids, it's going to be a little later. Because frankly, back in 1935, they didn't think you'd live this long. Right? Right? So you get 100% of the benefit at age 67, but frankly, it does not matter. Between age 62 and age 70, every single month, that benefit goes up. So whatever month you pull the trigger, you're going to get a little bit more if you wait, a little bit less if you go early. That's all there is to it. Now, some of us are working a little longer, maybe working to 70 or past. Don't wait. It's not going to go up after age 70. Pull the benefit. If you don't need it, put it aside somewhere. Okay? Enough on that. Now let's talk about that long-term savings. If you think back to my dad's generation, everybody worked basically for a pension. My first husband's father worked at a company for 45 years and got a pension. My dad, military, walked away with a pension. We don't get that anymore. My kids are not going to be blessed with, well, one son might, he's in the military. But most of them aren't going to be blessed with a pension, and most of us don't have that. Okay? So back in 74, Congress passed some rules to put IRAs in place, traditional IRAs in place. Then in 98, they came out with Roth IRAs. Basically, it transitioned to take care of yourself. Right? So if we're going to take care of it ourselves, what is important? What do we need to take care of? So when we're evaluating where and how we invest, there are 5 things that are really important. Number 1, we want that investment liquid, especially us as realtors or us that are commission-based. We need some liquid assets. Most of us keep it in the bank, but there are some other options. Ideally, we want it 100% safe. Nobody wants to do what I did in 2001 and 2008 and live through that experience again, right? Ideally, we don't want to pay a dime on the asset. We don't want to pay any expenses. We want to get a great return with that 100% safety, right? And we want it to be fully tax efficient. So what do I mean by all of that? Liquidity. What I mean is when I put it in, I can take it out. I can make a change tomorrow, make a different choice tomorrow. If I need it because a couple deals didn't come in, I've got access to it. That's liquidity. What do I mean by safety? We all know market risk. That was easy. Creditor risk. What if we're in real estate? What if somebody sues us? We don't want them to have access to our assets, our retirement assets. What if the company we're invested in goes under? Happens. We don't want that risk. Interest rate risk. I'm going to spend more time on this because this is kind of an unknown thing, that there's interest rate risk with bonds. And then we all really want that guaranteed income. We want to make sure that when we retire, we know exactly what we're going to get and it's not going to just disappear on us. Low cost, no expenses, great returns. Tax efficiency, that one's a bit unique. In the tax efficient category, there are 4 times you pay taxes. We make money, we pay some taxes, right? And we may take some of that and we may invest somewhere, but we already pay taxes on that money. When it grows, it may double and then triple. When it grows, we may have to pay tax on that growth. Then when we retire and we pull it out, we may have to pay tax then. And then we pass away and we give it to our spouse or our heirs, and then they're gonna pay tax on it.